Hey you there, welcome back to Risk V Reward, and today we're going to be talking about a trade and recap on Coinbase. I actually did get ran over in this trade. It was a loser for me, but I was able to kind of, with my risk tolerance, go ahead and stop out. It got a little bit too far over my risk tolerance, and I'm going to show you the importance of why you should be using the stop loss, especially on something as volatile as a trade like Coinbase. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. All right, so we're in my chart here, and we're in Coinbase, right? So as you can see, we're in my chart. As you can see, this thing is wild. So what we have right here is the aftermarket, and then we have the pre-market here in these little gold sections. This thing actually came out with news this morning, before open, that there was a some type of partnership or some type of acquisition with BlackRock. Somebody's picking it up. It was good news. Okay, so this thing ran from somewhere around 78 bucks here all the way in the pre-market until this very significant level here. And if we can get out this 1 minute chart, okay. So we had a significant level here right at 90. If you want to zoom in here, you guys can actually see this is a significant level right here at about 90. Okay, so I actually tried to get this chart here at 90. As you can see, it runs right into that significant level there, and of course it ran all the way from $78. So I was expecting, it ran on top of this breakout. I was expecting it to be a little bit volatile. All right, now this was pre-market, so I was really not expecting it to run this far. Usually in pre-market, you won't see a run up that's like this on a large cap. Even if it does have really good news, it's not very often you see a large cap run up like this. This thing ran up 30%, okay, in pre-market. 30%. That is absolutely insane for a large cap. The move was way overly extended, and as you can see from the chart, you have this big, huge. Let's go to the 15 minute. Big old huge wick off top right here, and then you have a retest, big, huge wick off top right there, and then you have capitulation and going sideways, and it actually does nothing. So my thesis on this morning, let's jump over to the 3 minute chart so you guys can just see a little bit more view of the extension. I'm saying, okay, there's the breakout over 78. Okay, got over 80. All right, $10. Even for something this expensive, $10 is a lot of movement. So I'm like, man, 90 is definitely the level, right? So I get in at 90s right on this line. I'm sorry about that. I get in at 90s right off this line. It works. And it's working, right? So now I'm $3 in the money off that price. My target was to take it out right here, right at 86. That's what my profit target was. I would have got out half of my position, and then the other half, if it would have continued, I would have just carried this all the way down. Okay, but my target was 86s, right? 86 evens, right? And so it was working, and it looked like it was going to get there, and then you had this huge rejection, right, on the 1 minute, which is expected. It's volatile, right? And then you just have complete utter follow through. And so now I'm holding this against me, and I'm like, I'm not too sure that it's gonna run too far, right? So I'll give it a few bucks, right? Goes to 91. Okay, that's fine. Goes to 92. Now I'm curious. Okay. So now I'm like, okay. Then it looked like it was gonna actually be weak right here because it ran and then it came back down into here. So I'm like, okay, that's it. It's done. And I stopped paying attention to it. I look somewhere else. So I'm looking at other charts. And next thing you know, I'm in this area. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what the heck I was looking at. I just don't think I was expecting this type of move. I really don't. And so I got a little bit careless with it. And so next thing you know, I'm stopping out $10 per share out the money. the size that I took was okay for me to do that, okay? But to point it out there, never, ever do something like this. Ever. This is a horrible trade, and I am having a disgusting day because of it. But P&L wise, I'm fine, right? But don't ever take this trade because this is stupid. I knew 90 was the resistance, right? So let's slide over to the 1 hour chart so you guys can see this, right? I knew 90 was this resistance level here. And once it broke 90, once it broke 92, guess what? Even really 91. Once it broke 91, I should have been the heck out the trade. No questions asked. It doesn't matter if it wicked or if I believe that the move went too far. I should have been out the dang on trade. Okay? So it got past 91. I could have gave it 91.50 and got out the dang on trade. This thing runs all the way past, goes to 100. I stop out. It goes, yoop, goes all the way to 110. Unbelievable at this point, right? So you see 90, you see 100 was a level. It didn't struggle here though, not even at all. Ran straight through 100, struggled a little bit here at that 110, and got right up to this level here, right in this region, and struggled, got up here and failed, and came all the way back to my price. So in theory, I was right. I was early as hell, but I was right on what I thought it should do. The run up was too far. It was too extended. That doesn't mean it can't go farther. That doesn't mean it can't extend more. But I knew that a capitulation would follow. I called this. I was just mad early. I was down here, and the capitulation and everything was here. Now, had I made this trade, boom, and maybe I should have gave it $5 a risk. I don't freaking know, right? Maybe I should have took the trade again. At that point, I was so kind of like caught offside on the trade. I'm just like, I'm not even touching it. I don't care that I can get the short. I could have got this short on, but at that point, I didn't even give a crap, right? So using stop losses will prevent stuff like this from happening. I could have put my levels in because I had enough time because it was setting up here. So, I mean, setting up somewhere around here in these levels, right? I had a whole bunch of time to put in my stop loss, put in my levels, and if I got burned on the stop loss, get the heck out the trade, right? So the stop loss would have prevented me from losing $9 per share. So, takeaway from this story is have a stop. Understand that even if you're a confident trader and you're an advanced trader, sometimes it's just better to get the heck out the goddamn trade. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. I know this was one real ranty and upset type of deal, but don't make these same mistakes that I'm making. That's really what I'm telling you guys. Don't make the same mistake like I made. My day was red as hell, and I deserve it to be red for being, neglectful to my trade. So that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and drop it down in the comment section below, and I will try to answer that as best as I can. Also, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.